terrorists now use walkie-talkie and we can't track them. Federal government. Wow. Okay, so the National Space Research and Development Agency has attributed the failure of the Buhari-led administration to monitor and attack or track bandits and other criminal elements operating in the country due to inadequate satellites. The satellite is not static where the insurgency is taking place. That is why one satellite is not adequate. What Nigeria has, there are some two satellites doing two different things. We have high resolution imaging satellite. Okay, we don't really need to go into what kind of satellites that they're using, but says the activities of the bandits could be when the satellite was away from Nigerian borders. So that's why we're advocating for more satellites in Nigeria, he said. The newly appointed Director General of the agency, Haliu Shaba, said this while addressing journalists in Abuja on Wednesday. Mr. Shaba said the insurgents make use of walkie-talkies instead of trackable global systems for mobile communication phones. Mr. Shaba also called for collaboration and sharing of information between space agency and security agency, especially when the security agencies plan to launch attacks on the insurgents. All right. What a shame. I mean, this just shows how bottom barrel Nigeria really is. I mean, bottom barrel embarrassment. I don't even know what to describe it. A walkie-talkie. A walkie. Do you know how basic this is? Do you guys know what a walkie-talkie is? And you're saying that you can't track a walkie-talkie. Do you, like, if you just compare where the state and the art of technology is in the world, and you're comparing, you know, how to track a walkie-talkie, and you're making it seem like as if it's a big deal. It's a different thing. Okay, fine. If they're using devices that, you know, we don't even know about, or we don't even know, you know, it's not even as popular in the Western world or in terms of just general use in the world, it's a different thing. But it's a walkie-talkie. Walkie-talkies have been around for years. I'm not saying I know the best around this, but I just think that is like, we have gone to space. So I don't understand why tracking walkie-talkies would be a problem. We are so behind. We are literally so behind. It is just too embarrassing to even understand, because it's like, how do you even explain situations like this? I mean, this is the National Space Research and Development Agency. So we have agencies like this that are you know, that specialize in these kind of things. Someone says, shame on you. When you have access to track them, what did you do? Or how many were arrested? Well, that is very, very true. I mean, if you have Sheikh Gumi, who knows where they are, who will even go into the location, well, the forest, to go negotiate and give them amnesty. At least, it's not even that. It's not, what do we even mean? The government, they know who these people are. So this walkie-talkie business is just very basic, because it's like, okay, fine, there's no excuse for you not to have technology to fix such issues. However, you can't pretend to us like you don't know where these people are. I mean, come on. So yeah, I don't understand. You can't pretend you know where these people are. You know that I know that we know where these people are. And so for you to just think that, okay, fine, I don't know. Somebody says, what of iPhone, crazy government? Exactly, because I don't understand. If you guys wanted to, okay, fine, GSM phones and NIN, okay, that makes sense. I can understand that, but still, it's still very embarrassing. Well, another comment here says, what a daft excuse coming from hopeless, clueless, and stupid people being ruled by a stupid president. Exactly. There's absolutely no excuse, because you have contact to them. But even if you didn't, because you have contact to them and you're not doing anything about it, makes us look at you with suspicious, we're like, what is going on here? However, even if you didn't know where they are, you're telling me you cannot track, you're telling me that the technology that to track those kind of devices do not exist. Come on, it is a walkie-talkie. Do you know what? I don't even believe, I mean, if you look, how do we even do this? Because I'm telling you, terrorists are not using walkie-talkies. They're not. I'm telling you, they're not. With the level of technology that Boko Haram has, or these bandits have, I mean, they can afford AK-47s. I'm telling you, walkie-talkies are for gate men, security men, as in domestic security men, not terrorists. I highly doubt they'd be using walkie-talkies like the pictures they've put here with the basic ones, but I don't understand what kind of advanced walkie-talkies are they using. Except there's some another kind of walkie-talkie that we don't know about, but in the general scheme of things, they're not necessarily seen as anything else. Someone says, what is our business if not to get the job done? A failed system gives excuses. Absolutely. I mean, what an excuse. You're telling me you cannot find any other technology to try and, track the phone? Like, someone says, huh? Honestly, like, they are not serious. Someone says, if it were iPod or ESN using walkie-talkies, would you have given the same excuse? End of argument. I mean, let us just end it here. That is the end of the conversation. It really is. Because if it was ESN or iPod all my days, they would literally, I don't know, you'd literally find that Nigeria all of a sudden now has all these equipment. If it is to go and harass unarmed citizens, then you now see that this same police that looked like riffraffs before now have good uniforms. They now have shields. They now have different, they look brand new. But prior to this, they didn't look like they were security men. I mean, they just looked like they went to go to a tailor, just sew some embroidery there, and just enter the hot sun like that. It doesn't make sense. Someone says the military got 2 trillion in 2 years, according to the Minister of Finance. What is the outcome? He too wants a share of the cake, right? Wow, so sorry. Someone said it's not true. They've just been covered by powerful people in government. What ransoms been paid through walkie-talkies? I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like, why would we believe anything the government tells us anyway? I think it's a lesson for us to be, it's a lesson for us to learn that we have to be careful who we put in government, and we need to have a system of accountability one way or the other, because, these politicians are getting away with so much. It emboldens them to do more and disrespect us even more. Somebody says the government is confused and lazy. Imagine government saying they can't track down terrorists because they're using walkie-talkies. Tomorrow they'll come out and deny that they said something like that. So again, it's just like, I don't know what kind of walkie-talkies, except there's a new version in the market. But from what we know, it's domestic security stuff for communication within a building. That's what happens. We're talking, these terrorists have funding from top organizations in the world. So you're telling me walkie-talkies are what they use? Put what you think in the comment section below about this, and don't forget to like and subscribe.